Oh boy, that thrash metal is really getting the better of me.
There's the tail of the tape, even in terms of the weight, but that 7 centimetre height advantage for Mark Timms. We'll see if he can make the most of that throughout this fight.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3-minute rounds of Arsenal-Xtreme rules. It has an 84 kg weight limit. It's brought to you by Higher Pool. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the cage wearing black, red, and white trunks. Weighing in at 84 kgs, representing City Kickboxing. Introducing Mark Timms! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, enters the cage wearing purple and black trunks. Weighing in at 84 kgs, representing Tauranga Mixed Martial Arts. Introducing the Wild Woodman, Connor Woodman! Fighters to the center cage, please, for Victoria Parr's instructions.
Arsenal-Xtreme rules. First round kickboxing, second round Muay Thai, third round mixed martial arts. Keep it clean, keep it mana. Touch gloves, back to your corners.
Well, a little bit of a steer, and then Connor just had a little grin, but we'll be left in no doubt with these two. Timms is the more technical and methodical of the two, and this will be very dangerous, particularly with those small gloves. 4-ounce gloves, of course, mixed martial arts gloves. Woodman just a little bit out of range and wild with that kick. He is a switch hitter too. Timms just using that very long guard. And that long guard is actually quite effective, particularly when you've got these small gloves on.
Loves a bit of action, does Connor Woodman.
Yeah.
Whether it's the kicks or the gloves or whatever he can find, really, he'll be looking for anything.
Timms doubling up with that left leg of his, inside thigh kick and up to the ribs. Woodman switching once again to southpaw. Just he's not really setting up his kicks. He's throwing it, and against a guy who's precise like Timms, you have to be very, very cautious, because Timms can sit and fight at this pace all day and at this range. And you'll notice just offering that guard, the long guard once again. And Woodman just not quite sure what to do with it yet.
Oh, good right hand there from Mark Timms, very strong indeed.
Yeah, crisp down the middle. And again, using that left leg of his, just shifting to the right shoulder of Woodman.
Just so calculated, Mark Timms. He's just picking his moments, very patient, eyeing it all up.
And again, this is up in the cruiserweight division as well, so a little bit more power developed there. Timms from Southport lands another body kick, and you can already see the red mark on the back of Connor Woodman, the man in the purple and black shorts. That's his first kick to land. Checked that one from Woodman, starting to get a read with Timms against the cage. Woodman really wants him there because Timms is the more mobile of the two fighters.
It's interesting just watching Mark Timms' eyes, just looking up and down the body of Connor Woodman to try and find the spot where he thinks he's going to aim his next punch or kick.
Timms with a right hand, left hook, and then just angles his way out of trouble with his lead hand.
Good left kick there as well.
Yeah, Timms just checking and coming back. Just picking off Woodman at this stage. Woodman just struggling to find his range. Doesn't quite know what to do with that lead hand yet, although Timms would do well to keep himself off the cage. Just loops his right hand there.
About 20 seconds to go in this first round.
I'm going to be interested to see if Woodman, because he has 4 MMA fights, that right hand just sat him down a little. He's looking to leverage his own right hand over the top there. And switching.
Spinning back fist, I think, there from Connor Woodman to end the round. Strong finish, but Mark Timms very strong throughout. Round 2 coming up.
Well, Timms pretty much controlling that round.
Second down.
Welcome back to
round
Fight Night
2.
coverage on
Muay
TVNZ
Thai.
Duke and TVNZ Plus. As we said before we went to that break, strong start by Mark Timms. If you're Connor Woodman or his corner, how do you try and get back on top?
Well, he's going to need to get past that lead hand of Timms, and Timms, of course, has that very educated
Round
kick from
2.
the outside, his left leg in particular. So Woodman will want to try and get inside. He's the shorter of the two. But at the moment, he's very hesitant. He's been stung a couple of times, and every time he's made a mistake, Timms has been there to punish him. So Woodman can't really give him the room and the distance that he's allowing at this point. Trying to second phase there and bridge the gap, but Timms maintaining that range. Oh, that head kick was taken partially on the gloves, but reddening of the ear of Connor Woodman. He countered well, though. As I said, when this guy gets hurt, he's actually dangerous. Sharp, crisp boxing from Timms there. Maintaining the range long, and Woodman just following him. Feinting, but he's feinting from a little bit too far out. And you can see just biting on the feints of Timms. Timms now starting to bring that right leg and the right hand into play a little more.
Just sizing each other up. As you said, it's going to take a little bit to get Connor Woodman down completely, because once he gets hit, he comes back twice as hard.
Yeah, Timms is just doing the job with kicks at the moment, just keeping him at range. Woodman not wanting to go into the clinch. There's that forward elbow from Timms, just dropped the left elbow off the jab. Just starting to find his range.
Oh,
there's another elbow there. He did that from Southport. A little bit of claret now. Just a little spot there. Trying to counter with that left hand of his, Woodman, but missing the mark. Clinical so far from Timms.
Very, very clinical indeed. Very calculated, very smart fighting so far.
Well, it's just clean. He's found a home with that left hand. Probably doesn't want to go there too often with the elbow. Start to use that to set up something else. Woodman trying to catch the kick, but Timms too savvy for that.
About 50 seconds to go now in this second round. Still one round to come, of course, if required. Good knee there from Mark Timms.
Yep. That was really a right kick that turned over. Step over elbow in that case. Faked the right leg and then stepped over and dropped the rear right elbow. Bit of Sean Strickland action there with the forearm parry. Timms really putting on a clinic with the elbows, and Connor Woodman just not able to land.
Keeping him at bay, he absolutely is. As you say, with that lead hand.
Just stabbing him with the teeps again.
This is a strong performance so far from Mark Timms, and another nice little elbow there. I think to finish the second round, the bell will go very shortly, and it does.
End of round 2.
That is the end of round 2. Strong stuff from Mark Timms.
Well, what made it easy, I guess, is you could just see he was so clean with his technique, so accurate with his technique. But I've got to say, those were clean elbows. And Connor Woodman, well, he's gifted with some granite in his chin, because he did not look rocked at all. And there were a number of clean elbows and a clean head kick. And you could see there, he's always looking for the countering opportunity. But Timms just too slick at this point.
Yeah, he certainly is. You can see all through most of these replays just how smart he is about everything here. Everything's got a purpose. He's not throwing any punches or kicks for no reason. They've all got a reason to them.
I'd love to see if we had striking stats, what his accuracy is. There's that step over
round.
right
Mixed martial
elbow.
arts.
Third and final. This is MMA now. This will be interesting. Both these guys primarily stand-ups. Let's see who decides to go for the takedown early.
Well, when I spoke to Connor Woodman, he says his favourite code is MMA, because more weapons and less rules. So if he can live up to that, could be exciting.
He's got to be careful of the knees from Timms here. Let's see what happens. Woodman's just struggling to find his mark there, although he's always looking for those clean counter punches on the inside. And there was a nice little left hand there, and another one.
Better stuff here from Connor Woodman, but Timms
Tims has got a very good tie clinch. He's got his left underhook there. At the moment, they're just fighting for position. Tims, I think, has started to get double unders. Connor Woodman trying to get his forearm in there, but Tims using his right knee well. Woodman answering the same. Now, over-unders for both boys. Tims with that little left knee, little tie sweep there. Almost got the takedown.
2 minutes to go in the third and final round.
Little sweep there from Woodman. That was nice work from him. Little inside thigh trip. Tims with a little Mr. Miyagi going on. They're trying to get Connor Woodman to go, but Tim's distance control very good. That was a heavy left kick.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard for Connor Woodman to find a gap in anything that Tims is doing.
Yeah, stabbing teep to the body off the right leg from Tims. Just clean.
Connor's corner calling for him to send it, which I assume is going to mean that they just want him to throw something.
Yeah, he's got to throw caution to the wind at this point.
That's what he gets back when he does it. Mark Tims on the other end, looking very strong, as you just heard there. 1 minute to go in this fight.
55 seconds. We haven't seen a takedown yet. Tims going with the right hand to the body off the left hook. Woodman switching to southpaw. Let's see, Tims will go with the right leg there. He's a tough boy, Connor Woodman, though. He has never really flinched. He just can't find his way in.
About 30 seconds to go now. Woodman's going to need something special to turn the tables in this fight.
Tims there, again, comfortable in the clinch. He's just looking actually for a takedown there. Little round knee from Tims. Let's watch for an elbow off the break from Tims. Here we go.
Decent uppercut, but it's not going to do the business that he needs it to do. That is the end of the fight. Pretty good fight between those two, but it would feel like a pretty possibly comprehensive win for Mark Tims there.
Yeah, I mean the third round was a little closer in terms of more clinch action, but I think probably likely to be a clean sweep from Tims. Certainly the first 2 rounds. And Tims landed the cleaner shots in the third as well. And you can see most of the time he was the one in controlling position, having that cage control.
Plenty of respect for Connor Woodman to get through those 3 rounds.
He's a
Tough warrior, he's a tough bugger, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very tough. He's only 29 years of age. And he took some clean shots with the elbows and with those small gloves, and Tims is a decent puncher. So
never took a step back throughout the whole thing.
I think there's some work that Connor Woodman could do. I think if he became a little more technical, added a little bit more attacking option to his game, he could do very, very well.
Well, the judges' scorecards have been handed over. We'll get in the red
Fights
cage
to the
now.
center cage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for these 84 kg warriors. After 3 rounds of Arsenal-Xtreme rules, we got the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this competition 27-30 for your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, Mark Tims!